I've been wanting to make this video for a while, especially knowing now what I know about Saw 5 and what it made at the box office, and it didn't surprise me much. Saw 5 made $30.5 million opening weekend, and it wasn't number one, but it might as well have been, because like I think High School Musical 3 or something like that which is a completely different type of film and goes for a completely different audience. So yeah, people often want to know why the Saw franchise is so successful, why they always make upwards of $30 million opening weekend. I think last year Saw 4 made $31.7 million, which was the highest grossing opening weekend for any Saw film. And it dropped off a little bit this year, but not much. And these movies, I think Saw 5 had like a $10 million budget, so they've already tripled their budget back on opening weekend. And always folks are asking why. Why is the Saw franchise so successful theatrically? Because if you look at the reviews, everyone says Saw 5 sucks. We haven't watched it yet. We'll get to our on the road review more than likely next week. But the majority of the reviews I've seen have been really, really negative. A lot like last year's Saw 4. A lot of them were negative last year as well. And people keep asking the question, why do they keep making so much money? Well, my theory is this, and I've talked about this on the show a couple of times. It doesn't have a lot to do with the movies. Of course, people always go back to the original Saw movie. A lot of people agree that that movie was a great film, and it was definitely the prototype to all these sequels that are being made now. It's that, but it's, in my opinion, it's mainly the fact that they always open them before Halloween. It's the weekend before Halloween usually. So people are in the mood to watch a horror film this time of year. I don't know if the other studios realize that or not, because over the years, I mean, if you look back, all of the big horror films, or the majority of them, in the 70s and 80s, always opened on Halloween. People are in the mood to be scared, to be frightened, to be terrified on All Hallows Eve. So I think that that's the main reason these movies make so much money. Now, why the studios don't realize that and try to go head to head with Saw, I don't know. These Saw movies are horrible movies. I don't think anybody will argue the fact that, especially after Saw 3, they have went really downhill. I particularly like Saw 2. I mean, I've only seen all these Saw movies once, and I'm yet to see Saw 5. But Saw 2 was decent. I'll give it that. It was okay. But Saw 3 blew ass. Saw 4 was even worse. And I'm expecting not much better out of Saw 5, which a lot of people have told me is a complete waste of time, and it really doesn't make a lot of sense. And Tobin Bell is in it again somehow, even though they killed him off in part 3. So I don't know if I'm particularly dead on with this opinion on how these movies are so successful, but I think it's partially the reason why. They have a great opening weekend every year, so the date has to have a lot to do with it. And I think if a lot of these studios would actually grow a pair, if they actually come out with something that goes head to head Saw, that they would be surprised that they would be pretty successful as well. But unfortunately, it's now known that the Saw films date is, they own that date, the weekend before Halloween. So but yeah, I mean, with the success of Saw 5, $30.5 million, I'm willing to bet that Saw 6 will be out this time next year, and I'll be talking about how that one made over $30 million as well, and these series are never going to end. Because, Other than the studio's making a lot of money, I don't know of anybody. I've never talked to any person that has had any enjoyment out of the Saw films after part 3. But anyway, I just wanted to do a real quick rant on Saw and all those films that are never going to end. Now, we're up to Saw 5 right now. 1 year from now, I'm sure it'll be Saw 6. 2 years from now, Saw 7, and so on. So the Saw franchise will never die. That is, unless a studio actually gets some balls and puts out something to rival it on opening weekend, Friday before Halloween. Like I was thinking last year, okay, you've got a film, Rob Zombie, it's called Halloween, but it opens in August. That makes sense? No. So anyway, this has been Diary of the Dead Pit. Just wanted to do this a little something different. I haven't done a rant in a while. So we'll be back with some more stuff this week. I think we're actually going to post Haddonfield on the YouTube page. A lot of the folks, we're pretty much out of the discs now. So a lot of you folks that didn't get in on it, we were giving free discs away. About 30 or 40 of them we gave away with orders and you know, t-shirts and on the road DVDs and stuff like that. They'll be, the movie itself will be on YouTube sometime this week. I'm going to try to figure out how to get the DVD onto Windows Media or whatever I need to put it on YouTube. So we'll have that. We're going to try to do our Halloween horror picks. We're actually trying to get an interview right now. We're doing all kinds of stuff in hopes of producing one of the best Halloweens Deadpit has ever seen. So check out the website over at deadpit.com, and I'm the Creepy Kentuckian, and y'all can go wipe your ass with a dick.